What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Colder Man Sports. Today, we got Denver Broncos bold predictions for the 2023 NFL season. How will the Broncos do this season? You will find out right here on Colder Man Sports. Please, if you're new, subscribe, hit that like button, and share to all your friends so we can grow this YouTube family. 1.5K by the end of the year is the goal. Let's make it happen. So, you're probably wondering, what is this video about? Well, look at the title. Now you know. Denver Broncos haven't been doing very good the last couple seasons ever since Peyton Manning was gone. But this year, hopefully they're looking around to turn things around. They've updated the roster, kept some key pieces, but also updated the O-line, the D-line, special teams. Got a new head coach, Sean Payton, who I'm super excited about. The last three coaches, Nathaniel Hackett, Vance Joseph, who's back as defensive coordinator under Sean Payton, used to coach us, but those two coaches were not very good. Vance Joseph and Nathaniel Hackett are not head coaches in the NFL, I don't think, which is why I think the Jets might be screwed this year. But we're not talking about the Jets. We're talking about the Broncos. So, bold predictions for the 2023 NFL season. My first bold prediction is McLaughlin becomes the backup behind Javonte Williams. Now you're probably like, what happened to freaking Shamani P. Ryan? You're probably like, P. Ryan, like he's goated. But I think McLaughlin can take the backup job behind Williams. Now, don't get me wrong, P. Ryan, he is a good player. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying the way that McLaughlin has played this preseason, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes into the Broncos this season and by week 3, he's going to surprise our coaches. He's going to surprise Sean Payton. I wouldn't be surprised. These are my predictions, by the way. So, these might not happen, but this is what I think is going to happen. And I think McLaughlin, the way he's played in the preseason, he's going to take P. Ryan's spot as backup. He's been really good. And P. Ryan is more like a small guy and relies on speed. But looking at his highlights, from when he played for the Bengals, he didn't have big explosive plays like McLaughlin has had this preseason. He's had a bunch of small 5-yard gains. He's really good at catching the ball, which I get. You want a running back that can run over people, Javonte Williams, and then a running back that can catch. But he's kind of small, not that fast. From what I've seen, he's not that fast. So I just think a guy like McLaughlin could come in by week 4, replace P. Ryan, and do better. I feel like him and Javonte Williams would be a better duo than those two. So that is why I have McLaughlin becoming backup by week 4 as my first bold prediction. Now, these predictions are going to get even spicier. Every single prediction is going to be more insane. Some of these are stupid, but, they might happen. So, yeah. But they're my predictions. So, yeah. My next spicy prediction, a little bit spicier than the McLaughlin becoming backup. The Broncos win more than 10 games. Now, you're probably thinking, that's way more spicy, but you haven't seen the rest of them. So, reason why I have Broncos winning more than 10 games, or why I think they can win more than 10 games. I'm not saying they will, but why they can is because they play some crappy teams. They've played there's some teams that haven't been good recently that we play, but they're trying to get better this season. Like the Texans, the Jets, the Lions, maybe even the Browns. And then there's those teams that need to prove that they're good this year, that have been okay in the past or good in the past. Like the Packers. They got Jordan Love as their QB instead of Aaron Rodgers. How will they do? The Bears. They've been okay. They've almost made the playoffs. They haven't been like trash. But how will they do this season? Then we got the Patriots. No Tom Brady no more for these last couple of years. They are having quarterback issues. Who's going to start? I think Zap's already starting, but yeah, they were wondering for a second who's going to start, Zap or Mac Jones. So the Patriots got something to prove. Even the Dolphins. Tua hasn't been the best quarterback. How will he do in this season? How will he fare against the Broncos defense? And then teams that we could beat but might be kind of difficult. I just said the whole division. Raiders, Chiefs, and Chargers are all going to be difficult to beat. But I believe that we can beat the Raiders both times. I believe we can beat the Chargers potentially both times. Chiefs going to be a struggle, but I think we can get them at home in October. Now, that's the end of that second prediction. That's why I have us winning 10 or more games. Just because our schedule is kind of easy. I mean, it gets harder towards the middle. But at the beginning and the end, it's like, we can beat these teams. We can hang in with them. We got this. So that's why I have us winning more than 10 games. Now, even a little bit more spicy than winning 10 games. Russell Wilson, the quarterback for the Broncos, will average 3 touchdown passes per game. Now you're probably thinking, you guys just lost Jerry Jeudy for 4 weeks. You don't have Tim Patrick for the year. He tore his ACL. KJ Hamler has heart issues. He got waived. He's gone. What weapons is Russell Wilson going to have for this season? How's he going to average 3 touchdowns? Well, I'm about to tell you right now. Russell Wilson is a good player when he has a better O-line. Last year, there was no O-line. We sucked at O-line. This year, we have a better O-line. Hopefully, the pass protection is better and can give him some more time in that pocket and deliver some passes. So the guys that we brought back to fill in the spots for Tim Patrick, KJ Hamler, Jerry Jeudy. We got Brandon Johnson, who's solid. We got Marvin Mims, who has showed potential out of Alabama. Hopefully they can have great years this year. Now, also guys that we signed on the practice squad, like wide receiver Philip Dorsett, who played with Tom Brady with the Patriots and the Raiders most recently, won a couple Super Bowls with the Patriots. And also wide receiver from the Giants, David Sills, also coming in the practice squad. We can call him up if we need him. So if people like Brandon or Marvin Mims aren't doing good by week 3 or 4, we can replace these guys. And I think we have a bunch of weapons that Russell Wilson can find. And then we got our tight ends. We got we got Adam Trautman. We got we got all of our tight ends that can catch the ball, but they're mostly blocking tight ends. Got some new tight ends, Greg Dulcich, Adam Trautman, some others that I think are gonna help this receiving core. I think our tight ends can help our receiving core get better, but also they can contribute to catching some passes. They're mostly blocking tight ends except for Greg Dulcich. which I like. Sean Payton wants to run the ball more this year, which is good. We'll see how that does. But yeah, I think Russell Wilson is going to average more than 3 touchdown passes. Now, if we had Jerry Jeudy healthy, Tim Patrick, and KJ Hamler, I probably would have said 5+. But I'm going 3+ touchdowns per year for Russell Wilson. Yes, sir. Now, the next bold prediction, it's a little spicier. Not much spicier, but the Broncos, this one, it can be spicy, but at the same time, it's not really spicy. But the Broncos will have the best rushing attack in the NFL, led by Javonte Williams, Samaje Perine, and McLaughlin. Our front seven were not good last year, but our front office made some changes to our O-line, got them to step up, and hopefully we can be better this year, our O-line. And also Sean Payton's offensive scheme is going to help out a lot. So yeah, I think the Broncos are going to have the best rushing attack. Javonte Williams is coming back from a torn ACL. I think he has a lot to prove, and I think he's going to get comeback player of the year. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Comeback player of the year for Javonte Williams. He won't be 100%, but I expect him to do some things this year and hopefully help our running game out. Samaje Perine and McLaughlin will be 2 solid backups for Javonte Williams this year, as well as our O-linemen that we have got. We got Garrett Bowles, Quinn Miners, Quinn Bailey, of course, Cushenberry. We got some good key players on this O-line. Also, tight end position. Sean Payton has brought some tight ends in. He got some Adam Troutman from the Saints and a couple other good tight ends. Greg Dulcich, of course, that are going to help with our blocking game, help blocking for our wide receivers, create some space for our running backs as well. And hopefully our running game is really good. So yeah, running game, number 1 in the NFL. Last one, the Broncos are going to be the healthiest team in the NFL next season. The last couple seasons, the Broncos have not been healthy. ACL tears, broken legs across the O-line. Wide receivers who can't stay healthy are made out of glass. But I believe this year our training staff is going to help our team stay healthy. And if we do have some injuries, they're just going to be small little ones like concussions or a freaking leg like tightness or back tightness or just something little that's not going to be that much of a big deal. Might miss a couple weeks. So hopefully we don't have any injuries this year. That is it for the Broncos bold predictions this year. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you are new, please subscribe. Let's get this channel up to 1.5K subscribers. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Coleman. This has been Cole the Man Sports. Hopefully the Broncos can do good this year. Peace out.